This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on a team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bulldogs about to kick it away and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Georgia State's offense will have the football first. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game. Because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed. But what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bacon. Let's talk for a second about Georgia State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Georgia State jumps back to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Bulldogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And here comes, for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems... quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either, David.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
They'll leave it with him. Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking to throw, it's Hendricks. Got his man out of the backfield. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Swings it out to his running back. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
They'll try to run for it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the Bulldogs are rolling down the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down. Well,
don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen, the ones that get in the backfield? The running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the steps. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Grab near the marker. It's Connor. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. Goes straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Bulldogs! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That pass is incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the back. Spins away from the defense. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Looking for his man. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Not much running for him. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle is going to be made.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. He'll try to do it himself. Crosses the 35. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Panthers have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Yeah, it's just the throw the quarterback would love to have back. His guy's wide open. It looked to me like maybe he was overstriding or straining a little bit too much on the throw. The nose of the ball was diving. And he, of course, threw it into the ground. That's one he'd like to do over.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Hendricks. Safe completion on the screen. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. The give to the tailback. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Up to 45 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. He wants to throw it. Under fire. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. A little release to the back. Looking for the end zone. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Gets the back moving. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldog. A great catch and run for 6.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Keep it on the ground. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. From the gun. Wants to pass. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds. And it'll be a 1st down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Panthers with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Finds his man. It's Galloway. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Running it to the right. Finding open areas. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the play fake. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia State.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now, oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's a hit. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Hendricks. It's complete to the right. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is third down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the 4th down.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. The give on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for him.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give is to Williams. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Eighth play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. To the air, it's Hendricks. He's got it on the run. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
The kick is up and good and puts one more on the lead. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third-and-long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Running back searching for a hole. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
The give is to Williams. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
And the Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Mississippi State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Trying to turn the corner on the right. Runs through a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Ready to start things here in the second half. Georgia State about to kick it away. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Scanning the field, it's Hendricks. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. He now has 85 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Line getting set on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. To the air, it's Hendricks. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it out fast. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking downfield, it's Hendricks. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. West Virginia dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from Tavon Austin to Stedman Bailey, I think we may have just seen the next great one emerge. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Now on the option. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Power football with the run. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
They'll give it to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Give him 114 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. The give from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
To the air, it's Hendricks. He's got him. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
To the ground with the back. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add them.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth. Back. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to pass, it's Barco. Quickly to the tight end. And he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Quarterback making checks. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the foot... out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Just a short pass to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense has it, they're on the move. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Panthers. And they turn it into a defensive score. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And, Reese, I'm positive that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's Hendricks. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run the counter. And from 45 on its way. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Lynn. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking for space. It's Lynn. Turning it on. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He's got it on the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a night.
Trying to get it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog.
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Utah found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Salt Lake City. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Gives it on the option. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Dropping back, it's Barco. Bringing the heat. And that ball's free behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But that great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Hand off from the shotgun. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Try to pound their way in. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He got it. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They're facing a 3rd down. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. He definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coach...